Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's March the 17th, 2023, and today we're looking at all the mail that showed up this week. It's St. Patrick's Day today, so I've got a little bit of green on. Actually, this is the first green shirt I've owned in ages. Just got it on my trip to Boston not too long ago. So yeah, I thought only right, I better wear some green. And there might be a few hints of St. Patrick's Day through this mail as well today. So we're gonna get into that. What do you think? Is this a postcard? I got this in the mail today and thought, yeah, why not show this? CAA, the Canadian Automobile Association, they sent me what looks like a Disney postcard, but it is trying to get me to buy a trip through their travel agency. So yeah, not really a postcard. It's not something I'm going to save, but nice image anyways. Now, I did get some official postcards from Postcrossing this week. Last week I didn't, and I got 7 showed up this week, so I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to start with those and show you what I've got. Looking behind me, it looks like it's a super bright day. It's nice out. You can see the ground is still covered in snow. There's lots of snow out there, but as it focuses on me, the background gets washed right out, and it looks like I've got an oncoming truck or something coming at me. All right, let's get into it. The first card I have is this official one. It comes from Finland, and it comes from Helena, and she says she lives in Trelo in the north of Finland. She moved here 2 years ago from Helsinki. It's 1,100 kilometers away from Helsinki. Winter until May. So sometimes we get winter till May. It is, of course, the middle of March now, and I'm hoping by middle of April, the ground will be green again. So give it a month. If it gets into May, it's too long. It's actually too long right now. Let's get into spring and summer weather. But I want to thank Helena for this, and on the back, she's got a beautiful winter scene postage stamp as well, so it kind of matches the card perfectly. So thank you. The next card I have is this hedgehog card. It comes from Germany, and this comes from Thomas, and he says he lives in a little village near Berlin, and he and his wife and their cat, they live there. They have a big garden, and they used to have lots of hedgehogs all over the place until urban sprawl or urban development came and they started building houses around, and now there's not these hedgehogs. But this is a photograph he took from his yard of one of the hedgehogs. Now, it is not like Polo My Hedgehog. This is a European style hedgehog. They're much bigger, they're a lot browner. My African hedgehog, he has a very white face and even whiter quills too. There is the Postcrossing stamp from Germany. So wonderful. Thank you, Thomas, for that. And I'm sad that the hedgehogs in your neighborhood have found other places to live, but that's the problem when you start to get urban development around. Nature seems to have to move away, or yeah, we've got to find a solution for that, I guess. All right, we have this card, this mansion, this castle. This also comes from Germany, and it comes from Hans Joachim. And he says he selected this card that shows the castles near the Baltic Sea coast. He said there are lots of such castles and mansions in that region. This one has a unique feature. The avenue consists of linden trees where when they were young, they were split in half and they grew into 2 branches. And when they were older, they were intertwined with the neighbor tree so that they finally became a garland. That took decades and is still in work because it is meant to be constantly pruned. So that's quite cool that they've created this type of hedge-like thing with all the trees in order to get them to grow into each other all the way down and along. Very beautiful. And yeah, to take decades and decades to get it to look just right and to make sure you maintain it is equally as important. There is the Postcrossing stamp. Now, he did say, P.S. your YouTube channel is not up to date, with a sad face. I'm not sure what that means. What do you mean up to date? So maybe he hasn't been able to access my more recent videos. I'm not sure. I did leave him a message on that to see if he could clarify, just in case there's something on my end I need to do that maybe you guys aren't seeing properly, but thank you so much. This next card comes from Poland. And it comes from Wrocław, and he says this is a beautiful city. He says it is an interesting place. He loves to collect stamps and postcards and coins. He likes reading books and watching sports like tennis, billiards, and snooker. This comes from Jarek. And on the back, what an amazing stamp. And it's got all the extra part of the stamp too, almost a souvenir type sheet. It looks like a bagels or a bagel-like product. You can see it has wheat and grain around it. There's even a QR code there and get more information about the stamp. So very cool. And not too far up the road, also from Poland, I got this card. This comes from Gazia in Poznan, Poland. I am sorry for the pronunciation. He says he lives there with his teenage son, and there are 3 funny cats and fish. And this is in the west of Poland. So I actually looked up these 2 towns just to see how far they were from Warsaw, and see where in Poland they were. And they're not too far geographically apart from each other. So that was interesting. And there are the stamps on the back. And cats and dogs sticker down there. So thank you. I really like how they did hello at the beginning. Reminds me of May in Brazil, how she always does her M in the start of her name. Very cool. Thank you. This next one comes from Netherlands. It's the Netherlands flag. And they said they're in Reizen. This is Jans. He's married. He lives with his spouse and cat named Jerry. He said, used to work for the dynamic parcel distribution warehouse for 13 years, but now he works with kitchens and furniture. And what I really like, here's the stamp that he put on the back. But right here, it says, sent postcard number 32. He's a brand new Postcrosser, so that's great. And I looked him up. He and his wife both joined Postcrossing. So I think they're going to have a fabulous time with it. I'm glad that they've been sending cards. And I happen to be one of the early ones that they get to send to. So it makes me happy. So thank you so much. Enjoy the hobby, and hopefully get tons and tons of cards, and maybe one for me one day. All right, this next card is a long card. It comes from France. It comes from Corinne. She writes it all in French to me. He says, bonjour, dad guy. So that's kind of neat. He said she got a chance to watch some of my videos about Postcrossing. And then she is talking about this here, Pays Basque. And this is La Chiestria. It is a sport in the southern region of France. It's played with 3 players per team, 2 teams at a time. This I thought was originally a back of a building, but this is actually the playing surface that's created. I looked it up just to find out a bit about the game. The ball can travel as much as 200 kilometers an hour, and if you're not careful and not wearing the right protective equipment, you can get seriously injured and even killed from it. So it is a high intensity sport. I thought at first it was just handball, but it's more than handball, that's for sure. But you do use your hand in it. So if you want to look it up, it's LACHISTERA, La Chiestera. And there's a Nelson Mandela stamp showing he was born in 1918 and passed away in 2013. Famous South African activist and Prime Minister of their country as well. Great history for bringing freedom to his people. So thank you so much, Corinne, for that interesting card. I learned a little bit about a new sport, and saw a stamp that I'd never seen before. And once again, getting to practice my French by translating and retranslating back again what you've written on the card. All right, so that's it for my official Postcrossing. Now I'm going to get into some friend swaps and things that showed up. This one here comes from Jessica, and she's from the United States in North Carolina. And this is Port Lockroy, which is on the Goodree Islands in Antarctica. You can see all the little penguins there along the way. So this is probably the southernmost picture of a postcard that I've gotten. She says, I hope that your spring is near, because it's absolutely beautiful where she is. So I imagine in the Carolinas, it looks quite nice this time of year and getting kind of warm. For us, I just showed you early on in the video, there's still snow out there. Now it is going to be 6 degrees today, So we're getting milder weather, which means the snow is starting to melt away. We just need it to be consistent like that. We're also in maple sugar season. So when it's warm during the day, the sap is running from the trees, and when it's cool at night, it's just the ideal conditions for making maple syrup. So this is when our region is really pumping out the maple products. All right, this next card may be one of my favorite cards I've received, period, right now, with the Union Jack and Queen Elizabeth II's image on there. This is the first card I've had which commemorates her passing. So you can see when she was born to when she passed away there. On the back it says Queen Elizabeth II, Elizabeth Alexandra Mary, born April 21st, 1926, passed away the 8th of September 2022, was Queen of the United Kingdom from February 6, 1952 until her passing on September the 8th. Her reign of 70 years, 214 days was the longest of any British monarch and the second longest recorded to any monarch or sovereign of any country. There's the forever stamp on it. So thank you, Kara, for this. Kara is on the west coast of the US in Washington. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I keep looking at it. I like that card a lot. This next card comes from Julianne in Germany. And she says, the Ukraine war has been going on for over a year, and I would like to send this card out to the world as a small sign of peace. All the best. Take care. So there we go, a little origami dove. Troubled times in the background, but standing out through it all. And on the back, she's got the origami stamp as well from Germany. So thank you so much, Julianne, for that. We all hope for peace for Ukraine. Next card is a post-crossing, and also a little bit of St. Patrick's Day imaging on it too, the GO train. So there was a post-crossing meetup that Kathy in Ontario went to. What does it say? It just says March 2023. It doesn't give the exact date on here, but she got a chance to go to this, and she's used one of the new Canadian stamps on it as well. And you can see all the people that were in attendance at this post-crossing meetup. So thank you, Kathy, for that. Hope you had a great time at it. This next card comes from Mary in the Ukraine. This is a local artist that created this. It says, hello to all you and your family. That is my card to you, and I decided to make it optimistic because we are all looking forward to the end of the war, and when we are at last, we'll be able to return to normal. She lives in the town of Sumy, which is right on the Russian border, so she's very close, 30 kilometers from the border. Yeah, she's been in the midst of it all, so deep prayers are out for her every day and her family. She has a little hedgehog as well, so a little pygmy hedgehog, so we want to make sure that she's well taken care of and her daughter's taken care of, and both her and her husband are taken care of during this time. So, but I love the artistic rendering of this postcard with the sunflower and the Ukrainian flag and the children and the birds flying above. It looks and reminds me of the hope that we all have for brighter sunny days to come. And on the back, you have got to see this stamp. Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. So thank you so much, Mary, for that. And I love exchanging cards with you and getting to communicate when we can. So thank you. This next card comes from Carl in Austria. It's another Tausendschein postcard. The tram there. Beautiful card. He says this is for your collection. It's fantastic, but what's more fantastic are the stamps he's put on the back. I haven't seen this pro-Ukrainian one too from Austria yet. The cancellation mark is nice and clear. Yeah, gorgeous all around. So the stamps, the card, everything are perfect, Carl. Thank you very much. Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, happy St. Patrick's Day. This one comes from Helen in Prince Edward Island. We're getting a great chance to talk lately, so that's fantastic. And it's always great getting a card from her. They're nice and close by. Look at the old stamp that she's put on it too. Canada's 150th birthday, so a few years ago now. the pride flag there on it as well. All decorated in green. Got all the things you need for St. Patrick's Day. So thank you so much, Helen. Hopefully you have a great St. Patrick's Day if you're watching this. Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, who doesn't like Doctor Who on St. Patrick's Day? Exterminate with the Daleks. I said that because on the back he's actually got some washi tape that reminds me of St. Patrick's Day. And then we've got the Peanut characters there, good old Charlie Brown and Lucy, and school bus. This is from Smokey in Wisconsin. He says, with cold temperatures over and a foot of snow on the ground, I'm wishing for the Daleks to exterminate winter. You and me both. Let's get into spring quickly here and then move on to summer. And then stop. Don't go back into fall and winter again. We want to have nice warm temperatures for a while. Thank you, Smokey. All right, this next envelope comes from Estonia, but it comes from Merja in Finland. There's the stamp. Every time I get an envelope for it, it has a different stamp on it, which is amazing. I don't know how she does that. And we've got a hedgehog card inside. This was sent on February 25th, which was Independence Day in Estonia. So she happened to be over there. And then she also sent this card, which came from Helsinki, where she's from. But had a chance while she was in Estonia to send both of them. So thank you, Merja, for that envelope. And she wasn't done. She also sent this envelope with these stamps. Well, these are actually finished stamps. So we have a happy Postcrossing and happy Easter. So she got an Easter card here before the time, but got here just in time for St. Patrick's Day. You never know with the mail. This one was sent on March the 1st. So this was sent February 25th, and this was March the 1st, and they arrived at the same time, or a day apart. And then she also sent this guy, and this guy is, we get his name here, he's called Vil Viking, and he is the mascot for the cruise ship that she took when she went over to Estonia. So thank you for those. Thank you for the great stamps that are always on your cards and on your envelopes. I appreciate it. Now, the last thing that I have comes from Jilly Bee Living Her Life Her Way. We have this parcel that came in. I've left it. I haven't opened it yet. I have no idea what's in it other than what the customs description says are in it. But let's just open it up and have a look. Let's see what's in there. It's well packaged. I haven't been able to get any parcels really. I've sent a parcel off to the UK not too long ago, I guess in January, and it got there all right, but I've not been able to receive anything because they've been having a lot of trouble getting mail in and out. There we go. It's empty. Just reading what it says here. There's a nice note from Jilly Bee. You got to go check out her channel, Jilly Bee Living Her Life Her Way. I hope you're feeling better because she's been having some health issues of late. She's got it all wrapped up in this. Oh, all right. So these are some nice treats. So Percy Pig made with real fruit juice. She got these treats at Marks and Spencer's. We used to have Marks and Spencer's here in Moncton at our local mall, but they've closed up some time ago. So I do know the chain. My parents loved shopping at Marks and Spencer's, and they always love shopping when they go back to. Oh, she sent some Harry Potter chocolate frogs as well. So if you've watched the movie Harry Potter or if you've read the books, you know about, he opens up this little box to have a chocolate frog, and if you don't get it in time, it hops away, and because it's magical, of course, because it's Harry Potter. So she sent 2 of those as well. We will try those. And with that, she sent postcards. So I'm not going to show you the postcards right now. I'm going to save that for another video. But you know what I will do? Why not? Let's open up one of these Percy Pig things and see what they're all about. They've got real fruit juice in it. They're pink. Does that mean they're strawberry flavored? There's a little pig's face on there. So I apologize to any vegetarians or vegans what this may look like eating a little pig's face. It was not my intention, but let me just try. I'm very glad it doesn't taste like ham or like bacon. It is a gummy. It tastes like orange or a raspberry. It's got that fruit flavor to it. Very good. Thumbs up. I'll give it that. I'm assuming these chocolate frogs taste delicious. I'm not going to eat one right now. You know what? Yes, I am. It's chocolate. All right, we're going to open this one up. I'll eat one and then I'll save one. Or I'll take a bite out of it at least so you can see what it looks like. Here we go. Chocolate frog. Based on the package, it looks like an Aero bar or a Mirage bar because it looks like it's got bubbles inside. And that's exactly what it tastes like. It's delicious. I was talking to my friend Nicole in Ohio the other day. She hadn't heard of Mirage or Aero bars. I'd bought a Mirage bar. And so I wanted to show her that. And that's what that tastes like. So good choice. Thank you very much, Jilly, for that. We are going to go through those postcards at another video to show you guys what's there. This video is long enough as it is, showing you all the incoming mail that's come in this week. Very happy with what's here. Even the card from CAA was kind of a nice surprise. So thanks a lot. Thanks for everything you guys are doing, for subscribing, liking, commenting. If you haven't already, please go ahead and do that. It really helps. We are nearing almost 700 subscribers at the filming of this video. So we're moving in the right direction. And it's all because of you guys. So thanks so much and have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?